Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and this time I've got for you the full Week 3 Challenges Guide for Season 6. That is right guys, and this week's challenges are very unique, very crazy, and I'm going to be showing you tips, tricks, and secrets for every single challenge this week, and how to get them done the fastest. And that means like the fastest way to get the secret star from the loading screen, where to find all of the time trial locations for that challenge, how to hit somebody with a tomato from 15 meters, and even the trap elimination challenge, and all of that stuff. So yes, this video should have you guys fully covered so that you can more quickly get to fully unlocking Dire, Hunting Party, and stuff like that. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed today's video or find it helpful, be sure to hit that like button down below. Always helps me out a ton. You guys are amazing. On top of that, be sure to comment what tier you guys are at currently, because for me personally, I am at tier 52, so a bit over halfway, but I'm curious to see where you guys are at as well. But without further ado here, let's first jump into it with the challenges for this week, because as always, we do these videos a day early, so a bunch of you probably don't even know what they are yet. And the info on these was found by TapohiFL on Twitter, so big thanks to him for the info. And as always, if any of these challenges change, simply check the pinned comment down below for mini guides on the updated challenges if they decide to change in the first place. But again, I'm going to be showing you guys the loading screen star for this week for the free tier, and then for the challenges themselves, you've got revive a player in separate matches, show you the best way to do that. Then you've got search chest stages, followed by complete 3 timed trials, and again, I'll show you where to find the locations for those. Then eliminate opponents in separate matches, get an elimination with a damage trap, which is always a weird one, but I'll show you a super easy way to do it. And then you've got hit a player with a tomato from 15 meters plus, got a super easy and quick way to do that, followed by visit locations in a single match stages, and as always, got some cool tricks to help you get done with those as quickly as possible so you can get back into it playing with your newly unlocked items. But yeah guys, let's jump into it with the first challenge I want to go over, and that is the hit a player with a tomato from 15 meters plus, which guys sounds pretty tough, but there's actually a super easy and super fast way to get it done. Now specifically with this one, it's actually an opponent, so you can't like, you know, get into a duos game, tell your teammate to go 15 meters away and then throw a tomato at them. That's not exactly how it works, but still, this is the easiest way to do it. So first of all, obviously, you know, equip it to your main wheel of emotes. Sounds pretty obvious, but you don't want to like have to cycle through it when you get the perfect opportunity, so having it on that first page definitely helps. After you've done that, you want to hop into a soaring 50v50 game. If that game mode is live, it still should be. I mean, it's been around for so long, but once you get into that game mode, you simply want to go towards the other side of the map, the side that the opponents are dropping on, but fairly far away from the circle, so you can try and find somebody off on their own. Now once you get a weapon and you knock this person down, something you can do is actually go 15 meters away from them and throw a tomato from there, aiming for them knocked on the ground. This most likely should work. In case it doesn't, you're just going to have to do it the normal way, like wait until the end of 50v50, but it should work. And 15 meters is about this far away. About 3 to 4 walls, somewhere between there, is 15 meters. So that's about the distance you want to hit somebody with it. But like again, as you can see here, this is about how far away you want to be when throwing the tomato, and it's about the max distance of the tomato, so this distance may change, but make sure to look up like 45 degrees about. Maybe you can stand on a ramp or something to get some height. That should help you to throw a tomato that far and hit somebody with it to get the 50 meters plus that you need to get this challenge done. But overall guys, if you do it that way, shouldn't be that tough. But then for the challenge that I want to talk about after that one, it can seem pretty daunting and pretty difficult at first, but guys, if you follow these couple of tips, it's honestly one of the easiest challenges that you'll ever have to do in the game. But yes, the challenge I'm talking about right here is the get an elimination with a damage trap. So again, at first that sounds really tough, but there's actually a super simple way to do it that I will show you right here. But specifically for this challenge, a damage trap is sort of like the spiky trap, one of the most common traps. In fact, I think that is the only trap as of right now that can deal damage, which is a little bit weird that they didn't specifically say like spike trap instead of damage trap. Maybe that means we'll be getting a new trap soon. Who knows? There's a ton in Save the World, like a fire trap and things like that, so I don't know. I'm getting off track, but yes, make sure to grab spike traps whenever possible to do this. Now, the easy way to go about doing it is to go into a squad-based mode. So either duos, squads, something like that, but preferably, especially if you're alone and don't have teammates, 50v50 is going to be so easy to do this challenge in. And the reason for that is because you can actually get the trap elimination on downed players. That's right guys. Now there is a catch to it. You can't simply just run into the fray of things at the end, find a downed player, you know, put a trap on them and get the elimination that way. There is a specific thing you need to do first, and that is that you need to be the one to knock the person down for the elimination to count towards your challenge. At least that's how it worked like last season, so it should be the same for this season. But basically when you're in 50v50, try and get towards the end, or maybe just try and find somebody off on their own on the other team and then knock them down. Simply run up to them, box them in, put a trap down, and once that trap eliminates them, it should count towards this challenge. And then of course, make sure you either get eliminated or complete the game for the challenge to count. You definitely do not want to redo it. As for the next challenge though, you have the search chest stages, which is honestly a pretty easy and fairly self-explanatory challenge, so we won't spend a ton of time on it. And unfortunately, as of right now, I don't know like all of the stages, probably gonna be like 5 or so, but the first of which is to search a chest in Lonely Lodge. So simply drop into a game, doesn't really matter which one, and then grab a chest in Lonely Lodge and you'll have the first stage done, and it will unlock the second stage. Now honestly guys, with this one, I'd probably just do one stage a game, and maybe just do it when you're playing normally, because on top of that, you can also try and go for some of the other challenges as well, such as a couple of the ones coming up, and maybe knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. So just get in, make sure you either win or get eliminated for that stage to count, and then keep moving on through the next ones after that. Keeping it going here with the next one though, this is the secret hidden battle pass tier from the loading screen that you guys can get from completing all of this week's challenges. That is right guys, we know exactly where it is, and honestly this one is not even that hard. And also this week is for sure a battle star and not a banner. I think they're kind of going like back and forth, like, you know, the first week was a star, then the second week was a banner, and then this week is a star, next week will probably be a banner as well. I'm thinking they're going back and forth and stuff like that, but for sure this week will get you a free tier, an extra level on your battle pass, so might as well try to get it. And also guys, if you are new to how the like secret loading screen stars work, the only way that they will show up on the map for you to collect and get the tier is if you have completed every single challenge for that week. I don't believe you need to complete the challenges for the previous weeks. I believe you only need to do it for the current week, week 3, for this star specifically to show up. But either way, once you have all of those challenges completed, you're going to want to go to this one location in order to grab the star. Now this info is credit to 2 epic buddies on Twitter, so big thanks to them. They were able to find the loading screen, and then if you look at the loading screen, you can search around it and find a clue for the star, and it apparently shows up in Wailing Woods. Now specifically where it shows up in Wailing Woods is at this cabin right here towards the more northern part of Wailing Woods itself. So you want to drop in and go into there in any game mode, and then what the loading screen shows apparently is the star like on this part of the chimney right here. Now that could mean a couple of different things. The first of which is that it's on this little piece in front of the chimney right here, so I checked that place first, but it also could mean that maybe it's on top of the chimney, maybe it's inside the house in front of the, you know, fireplace. Could mean one of those 2 things, or it could just be somewhere on this roof, but more than likely guys, it is going to be like around this chimney itself. So again, as long as you have all of the week 3 challenges completed, it should show up somewhere around there and get you guys a free tier super easy. Keeping it going here with the next challenge though, you have revive a player in separate matches. Now this one is actually really easy with a couple of tricks, and there's 2 ways to doing it, and the first way is if you have teammates to play with. And first of all guys, if you don't have teammates to play with to help out with this challenge, be sure to check out the app Gamerlink, which I've been affiliated with for a while now. It's a free app for iOS and Android, and it basically helps you find teammates in Fortnite, and you can specifically look for people to like help you with this challenge. So I'll leave a link to that down below in the description, and again, I've been affiliated with them for a while. It's seriously an awesome app. But yeah, if you do have teammates, the way that you can do this is to simply go into game, and if your teammates happen to get knocked, then you can get the revive and do that in separate matches. And honestly guys, that is all you need to do. It's super simple. And on top of that, I don't even think it matters what game mode you do. You can do duos, squads, 50v50, probably even the new disco mode, which I have to check out soon. Haven't had any time to do so, but it looks like so much fun. But yeah, any of those game modes should work. Now if you don't have teammates, you can always do like 50v50, and I mean if you wait until the end of the match, and I guess that's kind of the annoying thing about it, you do generally have to wait towards the end where it gets like super hectic, but there's plenty of people to revive. Teammates get knocked down all the time in 50v50, so you might actually have to like, you know, fight your teammates in order to get revives on everybody. So it will be interesting, but that's another way to do it if you don't happen to have any teammates on at the time. After that one though, you have the get 10 eliminations in different matches, which yeah, that's not even really a challenge. So you know, really the only tip I can give you guys is to not even worry about this one when you're going for the other challenges. Try and get an elimination or something when you're doing them, because more than likely you're going to be able to get them. And I mean, you can just play for fun and you'll get this challenge done anyway. So seriously, it is not that hard at all. Don't really have that many tips on that one. After that one though, we have probably the most interesting challenge this week, and it's actually been one that we've had in a previous week, and that is the complete timed trials, and there's a total of 3 of them, and we'll talk about like the locations and stuff like that. Now real quick before we get into this one guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because I post these guides every single week a day early, and if you don't want to miss them, being subscribed and having notifications turned on is the best way to see them p.m. again a day early. So getting back into the challenge itself, yes, complete time trials. Now, judging from just, the way it's worded, it sounds very similar to the one that we got last season, which was pretty much, complete time trials. So with that being said, I expect it to be exactly like that one where you have to run around, there's a little timer on the ground. It's a blue timer, looks sort of like a stopwatch, kind of like this one. And when you go up to it, you have to hold the use button on it to, start the timed trial. Once you have to do that, you have to run around and grab like smaller clocks or something like that in a row and go all the way around before the timer runs out. And that's like this ticking sound that you can hear. Now, it should be just like that. So with that being said, some may require you to get into an ATK. I remember last time there were some very tough ones where you did need an ATK, like near Snobby Shores, so just keep that in mind. So if you guys want to know the specific locations because they're not in the game quite yet, simply go down to the pinned comment down below and I will put a list there for all of the shooting galleries that you need. So again, simply go down below the video as I'm talking, click on the comments, and the top comment right there should be one from me, a pinned comment with the locations as a list. And don't worry, I'll be pretty specific saying like which location they're near, maybe like the coordinates on the map. We've done it before with like another challenge that happened a while ago, and honestly it works out pretty well. So be sure to check that out. On top of that, I'll be sure to update any other challenges, and maybe I'll post like some pictures on my community tab. Not sure yet, but that's a simple way to follow them and get this challenge done. Then moving on to the other one, you have the other stage challenge, which is to visit different locations in a single match. So again, unfortunately, I don't know the other stages of this one, but like for the first one here, you have visit Risky Reels and then Wailing Woods. But honestly, guys, for these challenges, definitely do 50v50 so you don't run into as many other players, and also utilize shadow stones, shopping carts, and ATKs to help you get in between the locations as fast as possible. Honestly, that should make it super easy and all you need to know. But other than that, guys, that should be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. On top of that, you can check out some of my previous videos here, such as on the left, my week 2 challenges guide, and then on the right, going through the top 7 most expensive skins in the game. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.